Hi, in this video we will discuss about single tenant authentication in a single page application with the help of JavaScript. So when we talk about Azure Active Directory, or we call it as a B2B authentication, there are two types of authentication which are available, the single tenant and the multi-tenant. I've already created a video on multi-tenant. You can just click on the link which is available on the screen, or I'll share the link in the description also. So let's just see what exactly is a single tenant authentication. Single tenant authentication, it refers to a group of users belonging to an organization and having access to certain applications that belong to an organization. For example, I am from a company A. I'll be having the access to the applications of a company A. But if I try to access the applications of company B, I will not be having the access. So that we call it as a single tenant authentication. Now, what are the advantages of a single tenants? So programming model is simpler, app management is easier, no extra effort to block external users. One of the disadvantages which I can say for the single tenant, and which is the advantage towards a multi-tenant, it only works if the number of users are small. So it means if the number of users are high, we tend to go towards a multi-tenant authentication. Now, when we talk about single tenant authentication, we tend to use the endpoints, or we call it as authority. So in case of single tenant, what we have to use, login.microsoft online will remain the constant. You have to use the tenant ID, or you can use the domain name, or you can use the custom domain. So any one of these you can use for your authority. Now, how we will achieve the single tenant authentication? Microsoft has provided MSAL library. Currently the version 2.star is available, which I'll be using. You can also check if you are interested in the lower version, but suggestible is go towards the 2.star. When we will be using the MSAL library, there are two interaction type is provided. One is the login pop-up and login redirect. I have seen most of the organization, they tend to use the login redirect, so I'll be discussing that also. But if you're interested, I'll share the link. You can read how login pop-up works. In case of login redirect, we will be using the acquired token redirect. Basically, this will help in silently get the token and refreshing the token. Now let's just jump directly into the code and see how this works. So what I will do, I'll set up the base for you. I'll be using the VS Code. So I'll be using the Express server, which will help us in running the HTML file. This part I'll be just quickly go through it. You can just slow down the speed of the YouTube and then see the steps what I'll be using. So the basic setup is done. I have added the Express server, which is required to serve the HTML file, and I've created the server.js file and added all the code which is required to serve the HTML file. And in the HTML file, I've added just two buttons, one is sign in and sign out. We will use these two buttons to log in or to log out from the application. So let me just run the application. And it is listening on port 3000. Cool. So basic setup is done. Now let's go and add the scripts. Now I'm back in the VS Code. Now let's just go and refer the MSAL script file. I already have the link, so I'll just paste it here. And let's just add the bootstrap also. So I'll just paste the link of the bootstrap also. Save it, and let me just remove the welcome Rohit message here, and let's just go back and see. Okay, the sign in is not coming properly, so the issue is cool. So we are good. Next we will add the code. So first we will add the configuration which is required. In this we have to mention the client ID. So which I'll add once we will create the app registration in the Azure portal. Then we have to add the authority and then redirect UI. So which will be in our case localhost 3000 is the port number. And one more thing which we have to add is the cache. So in this we have to add two parameters. One is the cache location, which will be session, and another is the store auth state in cookie. This will be false. Now what does Microsoft says is this will be true only in case there is a problem with the IE or if you are going to use the IE 11. Otherwise keep this as a false. So once this is done, we have to add the object, MSAL object. Okay, so the step one, after adding the configuration, you need to call the public client application API, and then you need to have the sign in function. And in the sign in, basically you will use the MSAL object and then call the login redirect function. And here you need to pass the scope. So I have to create the login scope also. We will just go with the user read scope. I'll tell you where exactly we will add the scope in the Azure portal. So for now, I'll just go with the user read. Okay. And another important thing is required. Once we have the sign in, it will go and call the redirect and it will hit the Microsoft API. And once Microsoft will return the promise, so we have to handle the promise also. So next we have to handle the promise. Once we add the login, next is the handle promise. How we will be doing that? We will refer the same MSAL object and then we'll call the handle redirect promise method. Since it's a promise, we will be having a then and we will have a catch. So in the catch, what we will do, we will just say if there is an error, just log that error. Or let's say console.error only. Okay. And in then, let's say if the Microsoft is returning any response, then we have to handle that response. Let's just console log it for now. Save it. Now, next what I'll do, I'll go to Azure portal and we'll create the application. I'm into Azure portal, so I'll go to Azure Active Directory and I'll click on add app registration. I'll give it as a name as single tenant SPA and supported account type is single tenant. Redirect UI, just change it to SPA and here give it as HTTP localhost 3000. Remember to give the backslash and then click on register. Once this is done, you need to note down your client ID and paste it here. And you need to mention the tenant ID also. Copy that and that should go into the authority. And we know we have to add the URL also here. So that should be our authority. Now I believe we are good. So let me just save it and let's just go and see in the browser. So I'll here, let me just click on sign in. And in the sign in, we have to add on click function also, and which will call the sign in method. So let me just call it here, save, go back, just click on sign in. So it's saying there's an issue. We'll just go back and fix that. Save that, go back, just clear your console, refresh, click on sign in. Cool. So it has redirected. Since I already logged in with this account, so it has not asked me to enter the credentials, but it may ask you if you are not logged in. So I'll just accept it since I'm going to log in first time. So it says permission is requested to access this particular app, and if you click, it will show the app info, and it says these are the basic information which it requires. So I'll click accept, and it will redirect back me to the same URL. So I'm back. So but this does not look good because it still says sign in. But let's just go and see in console what does it says. So console has logged the object. So this is the object which we got in the return. So this is a response which Microsoft has provided. So we can see that we have got the access token. So if I copy the access token and if I go to the jw.ms and if I paste here and if I paste the token, and it will show all the information, the claims which we are having. So it shares the information, the application name is single tenant, the app ID is this one, the email ID which I have used is the name which I have used for the particular account, same way it is showing me here. What are the different scopes are there? All this information is provided in the token. Now let's just do and add the sign out functionality also. So we are good with the sign in, but what we want, once we sign in, it should show the sign out button, and also we should be able to sign out. Next we'll add the sign out functionality. I'm back in VS Code. So we'll create the function sign here. Name it as sign out. We will use the MSL object to call the logout redirect. And in that we have to pass the account name. In that we will be getting so in this we will be passing the account name, and the account name we will be getting the MSL object by calling the get account by username, and we have to pass the username here. And since username is not created, so username we will get from the response which we are getting in the return dot username, and we have to declare this username somewhere on the top. Okay, and it should call the sign out on click, should call the sign out. Okay, let me just add one more thing here. So basically I want to show and hide the sign in and sign out button. just copy this, put it here. So basically what we are doing in the handle redirect promise, we are just showing the sign out button and we are just hiding the sign in. So let's just save it, go back and just refresh it, click sign in. I think some issue is there, so let's just go to console, unexpected token. Okay, so I think in the sign out this is not required. Save it, go back, just refresh it, clear it, click sign in, it should redirect. Okay, pick an account, enter the password. Cool, so we are good. So we are able to sign in. So let me just click on sign out and it says which account do you want to sign out. I'll click the account, you have signed out and it is redirecting back me to the same. If you see in the console cannot read property, because what happens, handle redirect promise is being called on every refresh. So that is the reason we are not getting the response every time. So that's the reason it is saying account is null. So we will handle that, but our main functionality sign in and sign out with the singleton authentication is done. Now let's just go and handle this issue which we are getting in the console. Let's just go to VS Code and in the handle promise, what you will do, if response is not equal to null, let's just add everything over in that. Let's just go back, clear the console, refresh it, click sign in, pick an account, enter the password. Yes. Cool. So we are able to sign in and now there is no issue. There's one more issue. If I just refresh it, again it is just going to sign in button and I'll click here and to sign out and refresh to again sign in. But this is not the correct way. On the refresh, it should not take me to the sign in. So let's go and handle it. The issue is basically the token is cached, but the browser is not able to read the account information from the token. So we have to find the cache token and handle that scenario. So I'll go back to VS Code and in the handle response, what I'll be writing, I'll say we'll call the select account method if the response is null, and let me create a function select account, and in this first what I will be doing, we will get all the accounts using the MSL object. Now once we have the objects, we have to just loop through all the objects and see. In case there are no objects, just return, and if there are more than one object, then just give a warning. Now, in case there is only one object, then what I am going to do, we will again fetch the username from the account which we already have. It should be accounts. And again we will display the button accordingly. What I'll do, I'll just copy paste and paste it here. Save it. Now go back to browser. Now, if I click on sign out, it is properly taking me which account you want to sign it out. And if I click on sign in, again it is asking me for account. I'll enter the credentials. Yes. Now if I refresh, I'm not going to sign out. So this is how the single authentication works. Cool. Now let's just see how it will work in the Visual Studio. So what I have done, I have created an empty project and I have just added the index.html file. What I'll do, I'll just copy paste everything from the VS Code to this particular place. And you just need to change the redirect UI, and to check the redirect UI, just go to the properties, go to web, copy this URL, go back to index.html, just enter this thing in the Azure. Under the authentication, add URI, enter the one which you have copied, click save. Now go back to Visual Studio, run your application. Click sign in, enter the credentials, cool. So we are signed in and we can also see the response which we are getting. And if I click on sign out, it will show me the account which you want to sign out. So if I click that, I'll be signed out. So this is how the single tenant authentication works in a single page application with the help of JavaScript. So we have seen how it will work in VS Code, and if you want the same way, you can just use it out in the Visual Studio also. Cool. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and do like this video and share it with your friends. Thank you.